With thousands of TV series to choose from, and more all the time, how are you supposed to know which to improve your English with? Well, today, I'll make it easy for you by sharing 10 TV series that I watched and adored over the last 2 years. You're guaranteed to find at least a few that you will seriously enjoy, while also leveling up your English fluency. Pay close attention, because for each series, I'll share why it's awesome, how it will help your English fluency, and what I personally loved about it. So, let's jump in. Only murders in the building. What if solving a murder could also solve your English fluency problems?
I got in the elevator with these two weirdos. Then Tim got in the elevator.
Approximately 12 minutes from now, I will be murdered.
This quirky, funny mystery follows three neighbors, played by Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez, who are obsessed with true crime podcasts and decide to investigate a death in their own apartment building.
We should do our own true crime podcast.
Only Murders is full of conversational English. You'll learn tons of everyday expressions natives use when discussing theories or just making small talk with neighbors. Every season, they also get incredible guest stars like Paul Rudd, Meryl Streep, and Sting. I love the dynamic between Selena Gomez and her two older co-stars, a totally unlikely trio. It's a cozy series you can easily binge watch over the weekend.
We're gonna go down there and look around for clues.
You want to come?
Do I want to break into a dead guy's apartment and go through all his shit? Sounds like an afternoon.
All right, in just a minute, I'm going to tell you about Threebody Problem, one of the coolest series that I watched in 2025. But hey, have you noticed all of these expressions highlighted in blue? I'm guessing you're not familiar with most of these expressions, but they are super helpful for your fluency. The kinds of expressions that separate intermediate learners from advanced English speakers. That's why we recommend watching lessons like this on the Real Life app. You get vocabulary flashcards for every lesson that help you remember new expressions like these forever. The magic is in the science behind them. The app brings back words for review right when you're about to forget them, so they stick in your brain like super glue. Plus, if there's any other expression you don't understand, simply highlight it in the interactive transcript for an easy to understand definition. So simple. See for yourself why thousands of users like these are raving about the Real Life app. Get the premium version of this lesson for free with the link in the description. Now let's move on to Threebody Problem. Threebody Problem. Can you understand a series that even scientists say bends their mind?
Has anyone else seen it?
Who are they? That's the question, right?
The creators of Game of Thrones made this mind-bending sci-fi about discovering an alien civilization.
And they are on their way.
This definitely is a good challenge for you if your English is a bit more advanced and you want to increase your scientific vocabulary. I took astronomy in university, and it's always been my favorite area of science because there's just still so many unsolved mysteries. So Threebody Problem's twists and turns totally piqued my curiosity. If you're a fan of series like Lost, The Leftovers, or Silo, you'll totally dig this one.
Can we watch it together? Like that very much. Bitter Earth.
This is a show about nothing that can teach you everything you need to know about American English and culture. It's older, but bear with me. Everyone talks about Friends, but this is one of the most iconic American series. Seriously, most Americans have seen it, so if you want to connect to American culture, there's no better show.
Name, please.
Seinfeld. You made a reservation for a mid-size, and she's a small. I'm kidding around, of course.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. We have no midsize available at the moment.
I don't understand. I made a reservation. Do you have my reservation?
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, we ran out of cars.
But the reservation keeps the car here. That's why you have the reservation.
I know why we have reservations.
I don't think you do.
Plus, you'll learn how native speakers really talk. Interrupting each other, using sarcasm, making pop culture references, and riffing on mundane topics. because each episode focuses on everyday scenarios, waiting for a table, returning something to a store, dealing with neighbors. The expressions are immediately practical. This is my go-to feel-good series. I grew up watching it with my family. I've seen every episode at least 3 times, but it still makes me laugh a ton.
You know something? No soup for you! Come back 1 year!
Dragon Ball Super. Who knew that screaming Kamehameha for 20 episodes could actually improve your English fluency?
Thanks, Vegeta! You really saved my neck!
You can thank me by staying out of this fight from now on. I'm finishing this.
Yeah, of course! It's your turn anyway. Have fun!
Please, if you believe you can defeat me, then you're more delusional than ever!
I've watched every episode of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z in Catalan at least twice. They leveled up my skills in that language a lot. I love jumping back into the Dragon Ball universe with this compelling new story and discovering new worlds. The Champa Saga tournament is amazing to discover new fighting styles with nostalgia of the World Martial Arts Tournament in the original Dragon Ball. And the great thing about these anime dubs is that they have clear enunciation and include advanced vocabulary and expressions like save someone's neck and delusional that we just saw. Fleabag. She talks to the camera, sleeps with the wrong people, and somehow teaches you more British English than any textbook ever could.
Raise your hands. If you would trade 5 years of your life for the so-called perfect body.
We're bad feminists.
Fleabag is a brutally honest yet hilarious look at a young woman navigating grief, family dysfunction, and disastrous relationships in London. It's a masterclass in British English. Great for you to see how natives use sarcasm and irony. Its short episodes are incredibly bingeable. It's not only witty, but it hits close to home. We can relate to Fleabag because we all have thoughts that we dare not say out loud. Pluribus. What if happiness became humanity's biggest threat? Pluribus is a sci-fi thriller about an alien virus that transforms humanity into a blissfully happy hive mind. Carol is one of only 13 immune people.
Are you reading my mind?
No, absolutely not. We couldn't do that if we wanted to.
Who is we? Why is everybody suddenly we?
She's angry and depressed with what's happened, but the hive mind is willing to do anything to make her happy.
Why would you give me a hand grenade?
You asked for one.
Why not give me a fake one?
Sorry if we got that wrong, Carol.
What about an atom bomb?
Ultimately, yes.
It'd be okay to say no at this point.
Wouldn't necessarily feel good about it. But we would move heaven and earth to make you happy, Carol.
Pluribus is packed full of advanced expressions. It will keep you asking questions, anxious to see what happens next. It gave me food for thought. On the one hand, Earth becomes a utopia. Everyone is connected and joyful. No war, no harming living things. However, there's also a philosophical dilemma of losing our individuality, the beauty in our differences. Shrinking. What if your therapist stopped sugarcoating everything and just told you the brutal truth? We might call shrinking a dramedy. Serious emotion, but serious laughs too.
I told you to sit down.
I told you that if I sit down, I'm gonna feel like I'm in trouble.
You are in trouble.
Jimmy, grieving his wife's death, decides to start telling his clients exactly what he thinks.
What sets you off?
Everything.
You trust me, Sean? No. Doesn't matter. Let's go find you someone to beat up.
You'll learn vocabulary for discussing emotions, mental health, and relationships, which is perfect for you to more confidently have serious conversations in English. Jason Segel is hilarious. However, at the same time, this series touches on deep themes about how we connect with others and forgiveness. The beauty of the finale of season 2 left me in tears. I'm eager to see what happens in season 3. Hacks. She's 70, she's 25. They have nothing in common, but they can teach you how to be funny in English. Deborah Vance is a hack, a washed-up comedian. She was famous and talented, but is no longer relevant. So she hires a young comedic writer to help.
It'll be hard to work together if we can't communicate.
We don't work together. You work for me.
Okay, any guidance for me?
Always hit on 16 and double down on 11.
Hilarious. I mean about the jokes. Anything in particular you want?
Yes, there should be more of them than they should be funny.
You'll be challenged with fast-paced comedy, understand modern American humor, and what makes something funny. I love the contrast between Deborah and Ava. It leads to many side-splitting situations. We can all relate to how it's easy to judge people from a different era. Yet with an open mind, we also see the beauty in our differences and grow together. Shitz Creek. Imagine your worst day ever, but it lasts 6 seasons and somehow it becomes the funniest series you've ever seen.
Next step is to fold in the cheese.
What does that mean? What does fold in the cheese mean?
He folds it in.
I understand that, but how do you fold it? Do you fold it in half like a piece of paper and drop it in the pot, or what do you do?
You just fold it in.
Okay, I don't know how to fold broken cheese like that.
And I don't know how to be any clearer. You take that thing that's in your hand, and you...
If you say fold in one more time...
It says fold it in!
This filthy rich family loses all their money and are forced to move to Shitz Creek, a small town they bought as a joke. Every character is truly unique. Moira uses words I didn't even know.
After a glut of Unasinus ideas put forth today, the room is suddenly bombulating with anticipation. Can we feel that?
Hands down, it's one of the funniest series I've ever watched. I love that we start out hating the characters, but they evolve and grow near and dear to our hearts. Alright, before I tell you about the last series, White Lotus, I want to know, what have been some of your favorite series to improve your English? Tell me down in the comments. And also look at what other real-lifers have said. You might just find your new favorite series. The White Lotus. Every season, new rich people, new paradise, same question. Why do we love watching them be miserable?
Hi! Welcome to the White Lotus in Thailand, ka.
Thank you.
This series is great for hearing how different English speakers communicate based on class, education, and social context. From posh, educated vocabulary to service industry language, and lots of expressions related to travel, hospitality, and relationships.
Tell me everything from the beginning.
Well, I was born in San Francisco.
Oh, from the very beginning. Okay.
Beyond the compelling storyline, I love that we get to see such beautiful parts of the world. You'll appreciate the stunning cinematography as much as the drama. Thanks so much for watching. I'm really curious, which of these 10 will you watch? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to be able to understand fast-speaking natives without getting lost, without missing the jokes, and without subtitles, simply hit that subscribe button and bell down below to join over 11 million learners. Wow, crazy, 11 million learners who are doing that every single week. And a great way for you to get a taste of some of these series, we already have lessons with Seinfeld, Shrinking, and Dragon Ball. So you might want to check out one of those like this one next.
In today's lesson, Xena and I talk about a new series that I have personally started watching on Apple TV+. Stick around because this is a great recommendation if you are looking for something more lighthearted, funny, and short. I'm sure you'll like it. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button and bell down below because every week there's a new video here on the channel designed to help you understand your favorite movies, TV series, and also give you some recommendations from time to time.